I'm a ragged mess. Ugh. I'm not sleeping well. I'm eating too much. I am getting my packing done. I'm doing an excellent job at storage. It doesn't look like it here. I'm looking around and I'm like, what the heck happened here? But still working on it, yeah. I'm doing all my business stock first, and it's a lot less than what I thought. There were a lot of empty boxes. There were a lot of half-empty boxes. As a matter of fact, I gotta go find some smaller boxes because the books are too heavy for me to lift, and I gotta be able to handle this stuff. But that's business talk, and that's not what I want to talk about. But I wanted to update you on what I'm doing. I'm successfully clearing out both the shed and the porch. I'm making headway. And that was a big deal. A lot of people were worried, how are you going to get out of there? Look at all the stuff you have. Well, all that's going to be left is going to be, I know you're concerned, and God bless you for being concerned. Don't be concerned. I've been doing this for years. Do you know how many years I've been going from point A to point B to point C, back to point A, back to point C, in between at point B? Years, okay? Over 36. Well, not counting last almost 6, so 30 we'll say. Right? I had to learn to be good at it. And I'm taking my time right now. But that's not what I want to talk about. Come on, Nikki. So I've been, ever since I've decided I want to talk about the things that concern me as a United States citizen, and I'm done with the fluff and puff. For the most part, you'll get a little fluff in there somewhere. I've been afraid to look at the comments. Most of you, we're in agreement. But then there's a couple that have been dear and good, kind people to me, supporting my channel, supporting me. And it breaks my heart when they're like, if you start bashing liberals, yes, but are you bashing conservatives? Why can't we listen to each other's sides? It's so hard to do it without rage at this point in time. What's my problem? I'm going to tell you. I feel that I have zero representation in Washington. Zero. I don't even, it's so profound, it's so wide, it's so deep. Robin Speaks asked me in a comment. I haven't even read all the comments. I'm like, I don't want to read anymore. Because, yesterday I read a comment, and 2 of them actually, and I was left like this. And I've been that way for since I read it. Over 12 hours. I think I'm starting to come to. But first of all, Robin, how did this happen? This sudden, realization that we're screwed. Well, I already knew we were screwed. I've known we were screwed since the late 80s. And then it ruined us. Knowing the truth ruined our lives. I'm not kidding you. We were never the same after that. Once you find out what all these ABC agencies are truly all about, you'll never be the same again. Well, just don't look at it. Ignorance is bliss. It's bliss until you find yourself a slave in your own land. We're not slaves yet. Yeah, but we're pretty darn close. I think it's criminal when an old lady has to pay $1,700 a year to drive 7,000 miles a year. Taxes. You don't pay taxes, you're poor. That's right, I'm poor. I don't pay federal taxes. I'm way too poor. But every time I pay taxes, this tax is on the U-Haul. And it ain't just state, okay? There's taxes every time I go to the store. Taxes on all kinds of crazy crap. I try not to go to the store, believe me. I haven't bought a new blouse in months. I'm going to wear what I got. Be happy. You'll own nothing and be happy. How's that going to be when you're naked? Will everyone be happy? I don't think they'll be too happy seeing me without clothes. But that's beside the point. No representation. We have a runaway government. And I'm sorry, don't bash liberals. But Washington consists of 95% liberals. They're Democrats, and some of them very extreme. Now, maybe you are a conservative liberal, but I have a problem with some of the policies that are going on and the things that liberals are pushing. Such as, and this is an extreme one, and I certainly hope states are going to fight this state by state, taking prepubescent children and altering their bodies and giving them puberty blockers so they won't develop or further, because God in his very nature made us this way, and we're going to say, I've got a vagina and I don't want it anymore. If we did this to dogs and cats, people would go frickin' crazy. That's abuse! That's animal cruelty! What if we started maybe aborting dog fetuses? Oh my God, that is cruel and abusive and inhumane! Right? Because it's my dog. Or maybe, the eggs of a tsetse fly, whatever the heck their cause is out in the wild. Now, some causes, yeah, we want certain species to survive our insanity. But the insanity goes back to Washington again. Why do we support these things like denuding the rainforests and somebody told me, and I just couldn't believe it. Oh yeah, there's a place in front of the Statue of Liberty. Somebody who works for marinas. There's a place in front of the Statue of Liberty where waste from your boat, black water, can be dumped. Right in front of the Statue of Liberty. Is that like a political statement? Statue of Liberty was a Masonic symbol anyway. That's a whole nother story. Don't get me started with Masonry, okay? Unfortunately, I've heard it all, and I wish I hadn't, but I have. I can't be silent. It would have been better if she remained silent. Yeah, maybe it would have been better for you, but it's not better for me, because if I continue where I'm continuing in 8 months, I shall be 300 pounds or more. Maybe a little less. I'm not going to tell you my exact weight right now. I'll tell you something. It's bad. I'm eating my rage. I am outraged. Okay, so that's a policy. Letting children who are half out of their minds from hormonal changes make a decision to change from a man to a woman, or a woman to a man, girl to boy, whatever you want to call it, okay? They're going to change their sex. Then there's abortion. I just mentioned it. If we did this to dogs and cats, there'd be an outrage. But humans are a whole nother story. There's just too many of them. I'm going to say it. I love you guys, each and every one of you, because you're a creation of God. And I want to be honest. And I'm praying for you, that you might see that what you're thinking isn't Christian. I don't understand how Christianity and liberalism can go together. It's like counter something. I've never met a liberal who was a Christian. I swear. 2 women on this channel are the first ones I've ever met who say they can be Christian and liberal at the same time. I have a problem with that. Leave a comment. I'm gonna, I've shut people down in the past when they've insulted. Don't fight with each other. Don't fight with each other. State your feeling on something, but don't attack each other. Let's have a conversation. This is something we haven't been able to do in the United States of America, is have a conversation about things that are going on. Like, I was just looking through my YouTube feed while I went out and I had breakfast. I just said, I want eggs Florentine. I'm going for breakfast. And I wanted hash browns so badly. I know I can't taste anything, but it just feels good. So I did it. And I guess Texas is asking for emergency help. There's gang wars in Tula something. Some border town. The gangs have come over from Mexico and wreaking havoc. I guess there's like this prison thing going on. There's trouble in the streets. Would you want to be them? I had another video, but it just was too harsh. And I'm not going to release it. But it made the point. United States of America is prophetic and biblical. And I'm not going to go into it. I'm not doing it. It's too controversial. But we are standing on holy ground. Whether you want to believe that or not is your business. And I'll be darned if anybody is going to push me out of the land that God brought my forefathers right here. You can look in other parts of the world for the fulfillment of prophecy, but I'm telling you, I believe you're going to see it happen right here in the good old USA. Revelations talks about the woman and her boy child coming across from wherever on the wings of an eagle. Wings of an eagle. Coming on an eagle to a wilderness between two seas. Sound familiar, anybody? Maybe you'll get it and maybe you won't. No one's pushing me out of here. We have a right to live where we want to in these United States without fear. The book of Joel talks quite a bit about the last days and what it would be like. And in the end, how God will bring judgment and justice once again. And that people will be able to sit on their porches and children play outside without fear. Right now, we're seeing the opposite of that. The end times fulfillment. I don't know when the end times are coming. I am not a date dropper, okay? It could be another 1,000 years for all I know. And it very well could be. There's certain things in the scriptures. And listen, our people have been through hell before. This isn't the first. I'm going to get out what's eating me so I don't eat what I'm not getting out. Okay? I have an opportunity here. 28,000 to 30,000 people drop in every month. They have a look. What's the answer? I don't know if there is one. I don't know if there is one. I know a lot of Americans feel that we're going in the wrong direction in this country. Justice is another problem I'm having. Justice for half the nation, but not the other because of their political views. The IRS going after people according to their politic and making their life a living hell. If you pay your taxes, you're never going to be audited. That's a lie. That's a lie. Don't you understand that when the IRS points the finger at you, it is up to you to prove they're wrong? They've got unlimited legal sources and lawyers. What does the little man making $50,000 a year have? You think he can afford a lawyer? No. He's going to try to make an agreement with the IRS and pay them just to get them off his back so he doesn't die of a heart attack in his sleep or shoot himself from the stress, which has happened to a lot of innocent people in this country. I'm against the IRS. I'm against it. There's got to be other ways to run a state, and I don't believe we need Washington, D.C. either. No, I don't. I believe in secession. Well, what's that going to do? Where are we going to get our money from? They're wasting it. They're putting it into the stupidest crap and things that are never going to work. Trillions of dollars. And our children and grandchildren, they're going to have to be slaves to pay it off. You think the banksters are going to let it go? I'm running out of time. I obviously didn't clean something out, so I'm going now. But I'll be back, and I have more to say. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And boy, am I pissed. Yeah.